Hello and welcome to this webinar on Physitrack. This webinar will cover what Physitrack is, Physitrack's features, why use Physitrack, how to use Physitrack, and where it might be best to use Physitrack within your service. So what is Physitrack? Well, simply put, it's a digital exercise prescription program. You may have heard or used physio tools in the past, but Physitrack is not only for providing exercise sheets to patients. It has a whole host of other features. Physitrack has a preloaded library of over 4,200 exercise videos. It has the ability for you to upload your own exercises immediately as pictures or videos. There are hundreds of editable program templates and the ability for patients to schedule reminders to complete these. There are also preloaded outcome measures with the ability to add your own prompts. These can be tracked and analysed in real time. You can time the release of proms to gather scores at specific time periods. And you can analyse specific proms over a set time period. So for example, you can analyse all the EQ5D outcome measures that have been completed over the last month. There are preloaded educational videos and PDFs, also with the ability to add your own materials. You can print exercise programs including patient tracking sheets. There is a free practitioner app to use Physitrack on the go. And there is a free patient app called Physiapp for patient use, which is available in a host of languages. So, why use Physitrack? What's the evidence behind it? Well, in light of COVID-19, physiotherapy adherence to home-based exercise is fundamental now more than ever, and this is due to patients spending extended time away from hospital-based care. Non-adherence to physiotherapy treatment has previously been calculated as high as 70%, and it can be particularly poor for unsupervised home-based exercise. Systematic reviews have shown that written information, i.e. patient handouts, and activity monitoring can positively aid adherence. Reminders on Physiapp to complete patient exercises can act as a useful nudge to aid compliance. And there have been 2 recent studies that have demonstrated increased adherence and increased confidence when completing exercises using a web-based exercise program compared to usual physio care. How to use Physitrack, the simple version. On Physitrack, the physiotherapist selects exercises that they would like their patient to complete. An email is sent to the patient, and the patient accesses Physiapp via that email and enters their unique code. On the Physiapp, the patient is able to view the exercises that the physiotherapist wants them to complete. Physitrack has 6 training videos to teach you in depth how to use the program. They total up to around 40 minutes and give you a full rundown of all the available features. The 6 chapters are listed on this slide. All of the Physitrack training videos can be found at support.physitrack.com. There is also a certification program, but this is not essential to complete. I'm now going to talk about Physiapp. Physitrack can be thought of as the clinician portal. Physiapp is the patient portal, and Physiapp is free to download from the App Store and Google Play Store and can also be accessed via a web browser. How patients use Physiapp. They start off by entering the access code that's been sent to them via email. Once the access code's been entered, if these have been assigned, they complete any outcome measures. The patients will then be able to see the exercises that have been assigned to them, record reps and sets that they've been able to complete, and they can also look back at their adherence over a set period of time. PhysiApp should be straightforward for patients to use. However, in the event that they do become unstuck, they could visit physiapp.com and select Help, or they could go on support.physiapp.com. There are a couple of instructional videos for patients to watch. Not all patients will be able to use or want to use digital technology, and you can still use Physitrack to print their exercise programs for them to complete. Where to use Physitrack in your service. It is important to consider where it is best used within your service. And for most services, Physitrack can be best utilised for one-to-one sessions, i.e. between one physiotherapist and one patient. Consider the features that it provides and how it can support and optimise usual practice. You may also want to consider the time that is needed to set up Physitrack and PhysiApp with patients. If you know of an account that's not being regularly used, consider if there is an ongoing need for this account. Accounts can be switched between other staff members, for example when staff members leave or rotate. I hope this webinar has been helpful in explaining Physitrack and PhysiApp. I also hope that you are now excited to go away and look to embed this within your normal day-to-day practice. It is important to remember, however, that Physitrack does not replace essential physio skills. It should not be a substitute for skills like education, explanation, and motivation. On screen is a quote from a patient that was involved in the original pilot trial using Physitrack at Guy's and St Thomas's. Physitrack should help to optimise our already excellent physio care and should not be a replacement for it. You'll be pleased to hear that you've reached the end of this webinar. You should now go and watch the Level 1 training videos so you can go and get started using Physitrack. The link to these should be displayed below.